One framework, multiple artifacts, written entirely in Bash. We're going to be using a tool called OsintDroid to extract information from an Android device. And here's the crazy thing. Most people think that you need expensive equipment or specialized software in order to extract sensitive information from a device. In this video, I'm going to show you it's far from the truth. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Doug, aka Fresh. I'm a certified Linux system and server administrator. Linux is what I do all day, every day. I live inside of the terminal. Currently, OsintDroid is capable of extracting 9 different Android artifacts. However, I have added in some additional functionality. We'll call them Easter eggs. They do not appear in the list of options here. We'll get into that as we progress further into the video. Let's start with something that almost nobody ever checks. The first Android artifact that we're going to examine is the boot count. And this is something that almost nobody ever checks. How many times has this phone actually been restarted? Most people would assume that that is completely useless information, but that's where they're making a mistake. In a forensic investigation, even something as simple as the boot count can establish a timeline as well as user activity. All right, now quick disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only. The Android OSINT techniques that I am about to show you should be used responsibly and legally. So to do that, to get that information, it's simple. We just press number 1 on the list, hit enter, and it gives you the boot count. So for this device, it's been booted 42 times, which is actually a pretty low number. This is a relatively new phone. And that's it. It's as simple as that. So I hit enter. Now that is actually one of the least interesting artifacts that we are going to pull from this device. I'm going to press number 2 and hit enter, and what you are seeing on the screen right now are real email addresses. These are email addresses ending in gmail.com. I want you to see and know that this is real information I'm presenting to you on the screen right now. So this is every email address that is associated with this phone. Think of you creating a Gmail account on this phone and then using it across the phone. You're getting that information right here. So what we're really doing is digital footprint mapping. We're performing device reconnaissance, the Fresh Forensics way. All right, so let's add another link to the Android artifact chain. I'm going to hit enter. We're brought back to the main menu. Number 3 will list account applications. Now this is actually very important. When I enter 3 and hit enter, what you see is a bunch of Android applications that are listed. Now, every artifact contributes to the device's digital footprint. So the way you can interpret this information is every application on this device that is associated with one of those email addresses that I previously showed you is being listed right here on the screen. Just to make use of something like the calendar, which is made by Google, that is going to be associated with one of those Gmail addresses. So if you were to see something like Facebook on this list, you could potentially map that back to one of those Gmail addresses and know that that particular Gmail address was used in association with this particular app, Facebook app, or whatever app you may be looking at. It all contributes to building this digital footprint. We're going to quickly head over to my GitHub repository. Link will be in the description. You're looking for a GitHub repository that is called OsintDroid. It goes over everything that we just talked about. Scroll down here to the portion of the page titled Installation. You can essentially copy and paste all of the commands. So I'm going to copy those to the clipboard, go back down to the terminal, CD into my home directory. I'm going to paste those commands into the terminal. I'm going to get rid of the CD command just to make this more simple. I'm going to get rid of that. Just go up to the top command. I'm going to hit enter, and that is going to do a git clone of the repository. Once that has completed, then you can CD into the newly created directory. You could also have done that at the same time, but I want to make it simple for people that are not as familiar with the command line. So now we're inside of OsintDroid. If I do it in ls, you see that we have just a couple of files. It's very simple. you have the actual bash script, and then you have a README file. If you want to read over that file, you can do so. A absolutely wonderful command line utility that I highly suggest that you guys install is something called Glow. And that is a snap package. If I run snap info on Glow, get back some information on that. This is used to discover and display Markdown files, and README files or Markdown files. It does it in a very, very nice way, makes it very visually pleasing to the eye. So once you have Glow installed, you just run Glow on the README file, and you can see that it displays it. It's very visually pleasing. We have these colors, we have these hyperlinks. It's very nice. I absolutely love it. Highly recommend that you get Glow. Very cool. Definitely go get that, and you can check out the README on your own. Then we have the bash script. Now, if you attempt to run this by using a // followed by the name of the script like that, if I attempt to run it, I get back an error. That is because we have not made it executable yet. It has to be executable. It's a bash script. So if I run ls-l on OsintDroid.sh, you see that it's missing the proper permissions. It has read and write permissions, but it doesn't have the execute permissions in order for you to execute it. So this is very simple. Just run chmod +x on the bash script. Now we have given it the execute permission. If I rerun ls-l on that script, you see that we now have added an X. See that we now have added the executable permission bit to that. So now, then you just type a // followed by the name of the script, and it starts it up. All right, now let's add another link to our artifact chain. And I'm going to press number 4 to list out the phone contacts. Now, I only have one number saved inside of this phone, and it is a number that I actually do not want to broadcast to the world. So this is the only thing that I'm actually going to blur out on the screen. But this will list out every single phone number that is saved on the device. If somebody handed you a phone right now, how much could you learn about their life from their contacts alone? And contacts are just the beginning, because Android keeps another record that can be even more revealing. Let's take a look at the next Android artifact. I'm going to hit enter, brought back to the screen. Number 5, dumps call logs. Now this is going to dump a ton of information to the screen. Not as much as a phone that is actually in use day to day, but still we're going to get a decent amount of information. It takes up the entirety of the screen. This is crazy how much information that this one command gives you. So this is where things get really interesting, because now we're talking about things like, who did this person talk to? How often? At what times? Which numbers appear repeatedly? Now here's the thing though. A call log tells you who communicated. The next artifact can tell you what actually was said. Now we're looking at number 6. This is used to dump SMS. Once again, we're going to get a decent amount of information printed to the screen. You even see emojis showing up on the screen. So now we're talking about verification codes, conversations, notifications, service alerts. Most people think of contacts, call logs, and SMS messages as separate pieces of information, but investigators don't. Feds don't. The FBI doesn't. They think in terms of the artifact chain. One artifact leads to another. An email leads to an account. An account leads to an application. An application leads to a conversation. A conversation leads to a person. By the end of this video, we're going to build that artifact chain directly from an Android device. And this is where it gets crazy, because everything that we've looked at so far has centered around user data. But what if we turn our attention to the apps themselves? Number 7 is used to list all of the APKs installed on the device. If an investigator received the device, what do you think one of the first things is that they're going to want to know the software, what software is installed. You do that by using number 7 and listing all of the APKs. But here's the thing though, that's not the entire story. I'm going to go back to the main menu because number 8 will list the third-party applications. When we're talking about third-party applications, we're now talking about applications that were potentially installed by the user of the device himself. Not APKs that came with the phone when you purchased the phone, but those APKs that you went out to places like the Google Play Store and it chose to install manually. Those are going to fall under third-party APKs. So you can see this is every APK that I chose to install on this device. Once again, I am not blurring out anything because I want you to see what this really looks like. We're talking about things like the VPN that I choose to use, Malvad VPN. I just got back from Six Flags. I was using the Six Flags app. Okay, so that was powerful. But this next feature might be the one that surprises people the most. Number 9, the ability to dump secret codes. Now, most viewers don't even know that secret codes exist. I did an entire video on this topic, and I created a whole entire separate bash script that not only does this, but it does it very well, better than any other thing that exists. In fact, as far as I know, it's the only bash script that exists that does this. And it allows you to save the secret codes in various formats, like CSV format or JSON format. Go check that video out, and you can also get that bash script over on my GitHub. So we're going to go ahead and dump secret codes by pressing number 9, and it is going to begin the process of going through the phone. What is actually happening under the hood is it is running various ADB commands on every single application that is installed on the device, and it is performing regex in order to try to determine if there are secret codes in each and every APK. There's our first reference to a secret code right there. So you can see that it begins with authority. So those two lines, scheme and authority, when you begin to see those two lines, you know that it is actually finding applications that contain secret codes. It's pulling them and it's printing it to the screen. Here's another example. And oh wow, whoa, we gotta look at all of those codes. Look at all of these codes that it just found. So it just found all of these secret codes right here that you see. It found all of those in this one application. That's a big deal. And as you can see, it has to do with Wi-Fi. So that's very interesting. That's something that you would want to take a thorough look at. Why, of all applications on the device, are we seeing all of these secret codes associated with the Wi-Fi? Is that potentially allowing you to do interesting things with the Wi-Fi on the device, or what is going on there? But we're not done yet, because here's the thing. I have added some additional features. We can call them Easter eggs. These are options that exist, but they are not available in the menu. You see that we have options 1 through 9, and then we have option 0, and that is to exit the script. If I press 0, it's going to exit the script, right? So the only one that I'm going to show you is that you can use a hidden option that is not referenced in the menu. That is number 33. And if I hit enter, you access the hidden mode, and it simply displays a QR code, and you scan the QR code, and then that QR code will take you somewhere. Hit enter, we are brought back to the menu. So you may or may not find additional Easter eggs hidden in this script. In other words, if you try other numbers other than the numbers that you see in the list here, you may be able to do some additional things with this script. You may even be able to do some things to your Android device that have not been made reference to in this menu. Now, I would like to know which artifact surprised you the most. Was it the boot count, the email extraction, the call logs, or the secret codes that are hiding inside of every Android device? Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. I make educational content that is focused around Linux and cybersecurity, ethical hacking, OSINT, Android, etc. and so forth. My content has value. If you want to see my content continue to see the light of day, I really need your support. There's numerous ways that you can support me. If you do not have money, that's fine. I don't have a bunch of money myself. You can subscribe to the channel. You can like the video. You can post a positive comment for engagement. You can support me with Buy Me a Coffee. You can become a channel member. We have 2 different tiers, 2 different levels of access. One is user access. That's $1.99 a month. And the other one is root access. That gives you more privs on the channel. And it also gives you access to the Fresh Forensics Discord server that we literally just started. We are in the process of building that right now. And this is a place where like-minded people can network with one another and share resources with each other, become friends, talk about Linux all day. We're creating a lounge where you can hang out in a digital environment and you can see each other and talk to one another, and we can talk about Linux all day, all night. You get access to the Fresh Forensics Discord by being provided a link, which you are only able to receive if you gain root access privs to the channel. So go check that out. And as I said, if you guys want to see this content continue to make it to the light of day on YouTube, because I am under attack, please do your part. As always, keep learning and stay fresh. See you in the next video.